This is where the nihilistic, narcissistic nihilism is coming from. Okay, many people in this day and age have been abandoning their old cultures and religions. Okay, especially more specifically the religions. All right, and you know it's not an argument as to whether or not you should or shouldn't do that. Okay, but this is the effect of that. Okay, because most of them don't understand the utility of religion. We're going to talk a little bit about that today as well. Like I said, I'm trying to get into it today. And so they leave their old cultures and religions, and there's a gap in their existence. There's a gap in their life that thing filled. And you just say, no, I didn't believe none of that. No, I was lying. I always knew. Okay, all that can be true. All that can be true. I'm not trying to tell you that's not true. I'm trying to tell you you still missed a few things. I'm trying to tell you there are some consistent after effects for this. And this is what I want you to do. I want y'all to watch this and see where you can relate to some of these feelings, okay? See where you can relate to some of these ideas. He's going to talk to you real quick about his experience with leaving Christianity, okay? Because motherfuckers think you can just say Jesus ain't real and that's the end of it. It's not. There's so much more you got to get out of there that you don't realize you've been agreeing to. The nature of your predicament and how you're continuing to agree to it.
In your mind, has there been difficult times in your life where you really struggled?
Yes. So when I left fundamentalist Christianity, and for a while I was just sort of a hard-bitten atheist, the problem with leaving the belief structure was that I didn't deal with all the non-propositional things that had gotten into me. All the procedures and habits and all the perspectives and all the identities and the trauma associated with that. So, you know, I required therapy, it required years of meditation and Tai Chi, and I'm still wrestling with it. But for the first 4 or 5 years, I described it like this. It was I called it the black burning. I felt like there was a blackness that was on fire inside of me, precisely because the religion had left a taste for the transcendent in my mouth, but it had the food it had given me, food in square quotes, and soured in my stomach and made me nauseous. And the juxtaposition of those seemed like an irresolvable problem for me. That was a very, very dark time for me.
Did it feel lonely?
When it was very bad, it felt extremely lonely and deeply alienating. The universe seemed absurd, and there was also existential anxiety. I talk about these things for a reason. I don't just talk about them as things I'm pointing to. I'm talking about them as seeing in myself and in people I care, you know, having undergone them, and how they can bring you close to, you know, self-destructive. I started engaging in kinds of self-destructive behavior.
So the meaning crisis to you is not just the thing you look outside and see many people struggling. You yourself have struggled.
Well, but that's in fact the narrative. Is I struggled with it, thinking it was a purely personal, idiosyncratic thing. I started learning the Cogsci. I started doing the Tai Chi and the meditation. I started doing all this, right, Socratic philosophy. And when I started to talk about these pieces, I saw my students' eyes light up. And I realized, oh wait, maybe this isn't just something I'm going through. And then talking to them and then doing the research and expanding it out, it's like, oh, many people in a shared fashion and also in an individual lonely fashion are going through meaning crisis.
Cast a Spell says, all religions are a contract. Just because you don't believe in the contract doesn't nullify the ignorance. Not so much don't believe, but you're ignorant of the contract. You're ignorant of the contract. You're ignorant of the implications of the contract. All right. Just like he said, when he came out of Christianity, you know, it was easy to say I don't believe in Jesus anymore, but he missed the non-propositional parts, he missed the procedural parts, he missed the traumatic parts, and he missed the identities that were associated with it. I see. There are different types of knowing. See, motherfuckers say, I know this shit. When I know all this spiritual shit, what kind of knowing do you mean? Like tell niggas to get into epistemology and ontology. What do you mean there's other kind of knowings, bro? I just know, I know. He's talking about his experience of the gap that was left in him when his metaphysical presuppositions were subverted. When the things that he used to frame reality were subverted. See, he didn't just go into, well, I'm just going to create anything and everything because everybody's right about everything. No, that's stupid. That's dumb. I'm talking to you niggas. You out here Donnieing. Chill out. That's dumb. That's not what you do. He actually went through, and I can tell, bro, I've done the same thing. This is what I'm saying. Because when I realized, hey, I'm very wrong about this, I hated being very wrong about it. And I wanted to know how I was wrong. I didn't even want to know what the right thing was yet. I wanted to know how the fuck could I have been that nigga just 5 seconds ago? That wrong motherfucker. Now, okay, I get something that I was wrong about. Cool, that's wonderful. Maybe I can even be correct one day. But I wasn't even concerned about being correct at that moment. I was so pissed about how wrong I was. I needed to figure out what made me wrong. Like what in the framing of the person I was before I knew these new things. What about that nigga kept him wrong? Kept him consistently wrong. See, that's so much more important than what's the right answer. What the fuck you gonna do with the right answer? Go look for the next thing and then go down the same motherfucking path. Don't know how it is you end up wrong when you're wrong. See, if you don't do that, how do you even know what the fuck it means to be right? You're just out here feeling good with a bunch of niggas in your room. Whoever say the next good thing in the room, oh, check up. Great job. Just spiritual circle jerking. You niggas are ridiculous. And I get it. Look, religion left a hole in you. When you left, there are parts of your reality that were shifted. And if you don't know what function they served, you cannot tell me it had no effect. It did. It did. This is why niggas are so dumb. You sit here acting like you're an occultist, but you're still framing your reality based on Christianity. Oh, there's 72 angels and 72 demons in the pineal gland. But Jesus ain't real. I ain't a Christian. Bro, you could have said anything. And see, it's not about the angels or demons. It's about the 72 times 2. But see, you want to, it's angels and demons. It's really a masculine and the feminine in your pineal gland. I swear, y'all niggas worship that piece of meat. You worship it. You want to talk religion. See, religion ain't just organized spirity. Oh, shit. I get up and smoke every day. You gotta brush your teeth, you gotta take a shower every day. That is religious. And I do it religiously. That's religious. You cannot escape doing things religiously. You cannot escape doing things religiously. You will not escape the effect of your religions and cultures having been stripped from you. You will not escape that effect. This is the effect of it is this wide-scale nihilistic narcissism where people don't know how meaning works, what anything means. That's part of the reason you'll go into self-destruction consistently is because you're trying to find the edge of what matters anymore. And so a lot of people will get into metaphysics because they think this is going to give them the answer of what matters in life. And I'm telling you, a lot of y'all niggas, you ain't even looking for me, bro. As much as I love just take your money and tell you whatever, bro, you ain't even looking for me. You're looking for meaning in life. You're looking for something for your day-to-day life. And bro, this is more it than anything you think metaphysically. You ain't gonna get metaphysics until you get some of this basic shit. And what you're really looking for is the basic shit. But you gotta admit you a basic ass nigga. Yourself, the idea of what you call yourself is a type of memory. There's a lot in there besides what's the thing you present yourself as the top card on the deck. And so, look, when you leave something like Christianity, what you considered, some of the realm of the things that you know are based in identities. Like he said it himself. When he left Christianity, he didn't deal with his non-propositional memory. The things that he could say he could say something different. But the parts of his knowing that were non-propositional, that were below, hold on, if I go over here, no, that's a different diagram. Well, this is Asian atmosphere. Hold on, let me go back to the other diagram I want to use. I'm gonna talk about that one in a second. Here we go. Boom. his non-propositional shit. He didn't deal with his non-propositional shit. Okay? It was easy. It's easy to deal with the propositional shit sometimes. Yeah, Jesus ain't real. Really, it's all about your body. Say the new thing. Say the new thing, it's easy to do. K Prime, what's going on, man? Better late than never, sir. So yeah, he didn't deal with his non-propositional stuff, which is all three below that, okay? He didn't deal with his procedures, the habits, the religious things you do in life that you don't realize are connected to that because you never check the utility of the religion, okay? The perspectival things, the episodic trauma of going through religion. A lot of people just say, hey, you know, Jesus was wrong, Jesus was bad, I'm gone, I'm out of here, I don't do that no more. But haven't dealt with the trauma of it. School is another thing I be telling. This is why niggas have trouble learning, because they don't deal with their school trauma. There's so much, like, trauma don't have to be this devastating thing. Like, trauma is a natural part of existence. And people treat that shit like it's something you're not supposed to have, and the ultimate human has no trauma. Get the fuck out of here. It's just dumb as hell. That sounds like some shit Donnie would say. Look, he had to deal with the traumas. He had to deal with the identities of himself that were fitted to that old religion. And so if you don't go down through, and it took him years, if you don't go down through and deal with those different levels of knowledge that you have, that you don't examine, you're going to reuse them. That's why niggas get out here into the spirituality shit, and they do the same thing they did in religion. And see, they love to think I'm not talking about you. Oh, he getting on them niggas, bro. He getting on them, bro. I can't wait till them other niggas hear this. No, I'm talking about you. You didn't read the book when you was in it, so you don't read the books now. Fuck you mean? You didn't know none of that stuff. You heard it. You were told it and you believed it. That's why you were mad when you got out of Christianity. And you're doing the same shit now. You're just saying something that somebody else has said and that you believe and calling it knowledge. You don't even have any grasp of knowledge. You don't have no grasp of metaphysics. You like to hear the word when somebody's talking about whatever they're talking about. You don't know what that shit is. But you're satisfied with that. And that's the problem. That's the problem. You're satisfied with your own ignorance and inadequacy. Your mediocrity has become your master level. Fuck out of here, man. Y'all niggas need to grow the fuck up. Your issue is what your religion did. It gave you your metaphysical presuppositions. And because you don't have them, you don't even know you don't have them no more. You don't even know that's what you're looking for. You're going to go through all kind of shit. Agreeing on all kind of bullshit. Because you don't even know what you're looking for. You're so set on telling yourself, nah, I ain't lose nothing when I left Christianity. Fuck you, nigga. Dark side, nigga. I'm above debating, nigga. See, y'all niggas be tripping, man. Panic be telling y'all he wasn't even Christian. I don't know why niggas trying to follow Panic like he was a Christian too. Nah, I'm telling you niggas, bro. It's more to this. The devil's in the details. You skip over all the subtlety to get you so ready to feel good about not being a dead nigga no more, and that don't make no fucking sense. What is meaning? What does it mean for something to mean? So I decided to stop at knowing first, so we have a little bit of idea what the fuck we're talking about, what the fuck that Asian arena means, and how that shapes and or defines what a self is. All right, and you have plenty of different types of fucking self that you've identified and created, agreed with. Excuse me, not necessarily identified, but agreed with and created. Okay, there's a crisis in meaning because you cannot fit yourself to reality at large. You don't know what reality and context means. You don't know what anything means. This is what your religions did for you. They told you what reality at large was, what the self is, and how those two are connected. That's what you were looking for. What reality at large is, what the self is, and how the two are connected. Period. Period. That's the functionality of religion, okay? And when you don't have those things, it results in a crisis of meaning. More especially if we've just killed God completely. You know, because they were talking about this in another video I was watching. There's a subtle conflict between Darwinian evolution and Newtonian physics. Because Newtonian physics, it doesn't have that, it's mechanical. There's no ghost in the machine. Whereas when you're dealing with evolutionary biology, like, we're part of it. We're like, the fact that we can have the experiences we're having isn't just a mechanistic process. There's plenty of work that's showing motherfuckers that what's in the brain, the physical meat of the brain, isn't what causes consciousness. It doesn't. It may be able to modulate it, I guess, sometimes, or color it, but it's not what generates it. Anyways, let's continue. Because the crisis in meaning is what comes up. This is what causes y'all to be nihilistic narcissists, where the only thing you care about is yourself because nothing really has any meaning, but then you don't even examine what the self is aside from saying it's everything. But that would have been equivalent to a roach or a dust particle or some piss you pissed in the toilet. So you didn't treat that as divine and, oh, it's all, no, you pissed it away. You pissed it, you flushed it. You know that thing you spit outside yesterday? Divine. Divine. But you don't give a fuck about it. So don't try and make it, oh, this is divine, that's why I really care. No. No. You got to be real with why you care about what you care about, what you're religious about. Fuck out of here. Nigga say he didn't read the book.
If you ask 5 centuries ago, where do you look for wisdom? I mean, I suppose people would be more inclined to answer, well, the Bible or a religious type.
Okay, so this is the tricky thing we're in.
Yeah.
It does matter if you're in one, but it doesn't matter sort of the propositional creeds of that. There's something else at work. If you'll allow me this, there's a functionality to religion that we lost when we rejected all the propositional dogma. But there's a functionality there that we don't know how to recreate.
Yeah, what is that? Can you try to speak to that? What is that functionality? What is that? Why is that so useful?
The functionality of religion. I'm telling you, bro, there's a method to the madness. Niggas, see, that's what I'm saying. Niggas ain't deal with their trauma, and so they don't want to deal with the fact that they was traumatized, that it hurt, that they're still mad, and so they make it about everything else. Nah, it's not really that I'm mad and I'm hurt. It's this other stuff. Jesus ain't real. They stole it from us. This is my ancestors. Dumbasses. I've never heard anyone use epigenetics and Kundalini in one sentence until now. Impressive. Hey, man, look, man, motherfucker gonna eat that up. Epigenetic Kundalini. Oh, shit. Epigenetic Kundalini of my neuromelanin cosmic. What's the last word? What's the last word? Vibration. There we go. You know, I hate niggas talking about you gotta raise your vibration. What's vibrating? What's the thing that's vibrating that you gotta raise? After you told me you're not your body, what's the thing that's vibrating you gotta raise? Something in your body, right? Dumbasses.